My name's Stephen Copley and I'm a computer programmer, but I'm not a nerd. No, I'm not. Not like those guys that talk about their computers all the time. I don't do that. Well, I don't have to. Well, because mine's better. It's a 486DX66, got 8 megabytes of RAM, a 540 meg hard drive, a 1.2 and a 1.44 floppy disk drive. Comes with DOS, Windows, Word and Excel, a Microsoft mouse. And for an extra $100 I've got a driver's side airbag. Yeah. Now, I know what you girls are thinking, but you're wrong, I'm actually a bachelor. Yeah. No, I am. I live in a small flat where there really isn't enough room to swing a cat, but I can play handball with a budgie. My house is a bit of a mess though. There's fungus and mould and different strains of penicillin growing in the bathroom. In fact, if you walk into my bathroom, it looks like it's conducting its own scientific experiments. And I'm too scared to clean it now in case I destroy a cure for cancer. But my bathroom is beautiful this time of year because all the fungus is flowering. And like I wanted to get rid of all the flies in my house the other day, and I didn't have any fly spray, so I had to use Fabulon. It didn't kill them, but it was fun watching them slip off the walls. And of course, being sprayed with starch meant they couldn't fly; they could only glide. And I came home during the day, and there was all these flies jumping off the TV looking for a breeze. And in the evenings, they'd hang around the stove while I was cooking, looking for thermal updrafts. I killed them all in the end by switching on the ceiling fan. But I've also had a weird smell in my house for a little while now, and until I figure out where it's coming from, the chooks that have moved into the spare bedroom are just going to have to put up with it. Yeah, the worst thing about having chooks live with you is none of them know how old they are, which made it really hard for me to fill in that census form. Yeah. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to be a chicken. You see, when a person dies, people buy flowers, but when a chicken dies, people buy coleslaw. Yeah. Hey. Well, it's true. It's true. And buns and gravy. But I've got to tell you that living in my house, I think about a fair bit of stuff, like, why isn't cow manure classed as a dairy product? And like, if a dog had 6 legs, would it be an insect? Well, of course, it wouldn't be, because an ant with 4 legs isn't a dog. It's sense, isn't it? Well, I've got to tell you that I think a lot about food too. My favourite food's avocado. And in fact, if I take one of you girls out to a restaurant and there's something with avocado on the menu, and that's what I'll order. You know, like chicken and avocado salad. The only thing I don't like about avocado is when you get them home, they're brown in the middle. But I found a reliable way to test how ripe they are before they leave the supermarket. I cut them in half. Yeah, you see, you cut them in half and you don't like the way they look. They're really easy to put back together. Yeah, because one half has a round hole in it and the other half has a round bit sticking out. And the 2 bits fit back into each other, a bit like fruit Lego. Yeah. Wow, this mic's coming and going. Yeah. So what was I talking about? Oh, Anyone else who like anyone like barbecues? Because I like barbecues too. Yeah. Yeah, hands up if you like barbecues. Oh, great. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about barbecues is because there's a lot of fat in them, you see. But they've just brought a new thing out in the States called cholesterol, which is like a fat-free fat. Well, it's true. It's, I don't know, it obviously doesn't have much to it, but it's fat-free. And what I reckon we should do is we should feed all this cholesterol to all our sheep, cattle and pigs. That way, hello, that way we could have all the barbecues we like with none of the fat. You see, the reason we put on weight isn't because we don't exercise enough, it's because the animals we eat don't exercise enough. Yeah, it's true. We put on weight because of lazy farm animals. And I think it's the farmer's fault. It should be up to him to provide some sort of recreational activity. Even if it means putting a ball in each paddock and a set of goals at each end. I'll let them pick their own teams. It's not as silly as it sounds, because I believe God gave sheep wool so they could run into other sheep and not get hurt. Yeah. Now, I'm a bit of a cook too, girls. Yeah, no, I am. No. My favourite dish is avocado and calamari omelette. Yeah. Yeah. But you know what I found out? That calamari, it's really squid. It is. And I don't think God created squid, I think he spat it out. Yeah. Can you imagine God on the seventh day? He's just finished creating the world and he's feeling pretty happy with himself. And just like a footballer who's kicked a goal, he's limped back and he's gone and spat into the sea. Now, if you've had a good look at a squid, you'll notice it's got all these black bits on it. So if I'm correct, God's a smoker. Yeah. And who was the first person to eat one of these things? Was it some guy walking along the beach, saw this thing that washed up on the shore, looked like spit with legs? And he looked down at it and said, oh, that'd be nice. Cutting strips, lightly crumbed and serve with a glass of Chardonnay. Yeah, you just don't know, do you? In fact, I reckon it was the Italians. Yeah, no, I do. In fact, I reckon Italians imported spaghetti into Australia to make the rest of Australia look stupid too. And, you know, you've always seen someone trying to eat spaghetti. It does look pretty stupid. And I think they were also behind the product 2-minute noodles, which is just an invention to make Australians look stupid quicker. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you. Now, I've got to tell you that I'm not usually a gambling man, but I went to the casino the other day and I played roulette and I put $5 on red and the ball landed on black. So I put $5 on black and the ball landed on red. So I put $5 on black and I put $5 on red and the ball landed on green. So I put $5 on red and I put $5 on black and I put $5 on green and the ball flicked up and hit me in the eye. And I'm walking around the casino and my eyes hurting, my head spinning, and I hear this guy say, "Come in, spinner." So I walked over to him and all these coins fell on my head. I tell you, it's a scary world out there. I went to the hairdresser the other day and he sat me down and asked for a number 1 and he weed on me. Yeah. And I'm too scared to go back this time because I want my hair a bit longer. So as you can probably imagine, I'm not a real brave person. In fact, my idea of thrill-seeking is living in a house without a smoke detector. And I don't have one of those clips or safety switches either. Only because it takes me 15 minutes to get to a phone, and by then the special offer's always finished. Yeah. But but I think the reason I'm not real brave is because I'm scared of dying. Because you see, when you die, you can't move your arms and you can't talk. And I don't want to go through the rest of eternity wishing the pillow behind my head was a little to the left. Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you. I went to a friend's place the other day and I had some alphabet soup and it was off. And I said, mate, I feel crook. Do you have somewhere I can be sick? And he brought out a Scrabble board. Yeah. And I threw up and got a triple word score. Yeah, no, it's true. Well, maybe not. Since I've been coming to this church, I've been quite impressed. I remember the first time I came here, people were saving seats and praying for church plants. Hey. Yeah. In fact, I remember walking in one day and this guy came up to me and he said, "Is this seat saved?" And I said, "Well, who am I to judge?" I hear Rob up here talking about, some of the revelations he's had. I just want to share one with you. Actually, I've got a couple. The first one was, I reckon, when Jesus was a little boy, or a lot of kids say stuff like, "Am not, you are." But when Jesus was a little boy, he said, "I am, you aren't." And he never ate eggs sunny side up, because the anointing would always break the yolk. Yeah. Yeah, no, and I'm glad Rob's here because I've got an idea how we could actually get revival happen really quick. What we all do is we wear a badge that says, "Get saved now, ask me how." Yeah, can I ask you something, Rob? If the Holy Spirit's a person, how come we keep asking him to fall on us? Yeah, I wonder about that. Anyway, sorry, look, I used to get asthma until a couple of weeks ago. And I think it all started when I went through that prayer line thing, the tunnel thing here, because someone hit me. Yeah. But anyway, because I used to get it pretty bad and I've had to spend a few weeks in hospital. And a friend of mine, or a girl I know, she had to spend a few weeks in hospital because she was in an accident and she broke her leg because the stupid woman was riding a bike without a helmet. I mean, you ride a bike without a helmet, you're just asking for trouble. I mean, I wear a helmet all the time and I don't even have a bike. But she had to have this metal rod inserted in her hip, and I reckon it would have been much cheaper to have something like a Tupperware hip replacement, because they sell everything. I was looking through a catalogue the other day at one of their parties, and I saw a shoulder blade and elbow that matched the set of salt and pepper shakers I had. And I tell you, that being in hospital is a weird thing, because your attitude changes to so many things. Like, suddenly the highlight of the day is like apple crumble at dinner time. And the worst part of the day is when your friends come and visit you while you're trying to enjoy a pethidine injection. Yeah. Well, look, it's been nice, but I got a fine the other day. I've still got to figure out a way to pay off. I got caught speeding. Don't you hate that? I was doing 80 in the handicap zone, and I got caught by one of those new radar guns. Are you seeing them? They look like barcode readers they use in supermarkets. In fact, I think they are. Because the policeman said to me, "Sir, were you aware that you were going 80 kilometres an hour?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, were you also aware that in the back seat of your car you had a sandwich toaster worth $29.95? Didn't know that either. All right, it's been fun. See you later.
Fantastic. Well done, Steve Copley. Let's give him another hand. Well done, Steve. Woo! David, I think we'll start with you tonight.
Thank you. I must remember to get the name of his hairdresser. Give it to my enemies, I think. And I didn't see didn't have your helmet on, Steve. Oh well, I gave him a 10. I thought it was great.
Okay, good score, 10. Whew. It's going to be hard to beat.
Why is this guy single? I just got a question. Did he dress himself? Or did his mum? Yeah.
His mum.
I think I would have maybe sold my watch and bought a new set of clothes, but I really enjoyed it. Very good. I gave him a 9.
Okay, big score, 19. Red.
Calamari's my favourite food! I thought the chicken joke was foul. But I've decided to be generous because I really learnt something from that. The food that I eat hasn't been getting enough exercise, so from now on I'm going to be eating those racing pigs that they've got at the show.
Excellent, big score, hard to beat. That's a score of 28. 28. Okay, well we're just going to break for about 10 or 15 minutes. We'll make it 15 minutes. The urn's on out the back there if you want to grab a coffee and tea, and be back in 15 minutes for the second half of Red Faces. Thank you.